we need to have just a little bit of a review on dialogue. I hope that you're using dialogue in much of your writing. And when we use dialogue, there are certain things we need to remember. Along with that, of course, speaker tags, and I'll explain to you what that is if you don't remember. When you're writing dialogue, remember that you must make a new paragraph when you change speakers. It's very confusing if you don't do that. It's hard to know who is speaking. But changing paragraphs, making a new paragraph when you change speakers, makes it clear that we are changing speakers. Adding speaker tags to identify who said what. And speaker tags are the said Joe, asked Fred, those words that describe who is talking. All right, and watch punctuation. Let's do a quick review now. Let's pull something from the Cub pilot just to practice on, okay? Didn't you hear him ask the captain of me? Look at this paragraphing. Of course, I didn't want to be mixed up in this business, but there was no way to avoid it. So I said, yes, sir. Change of speaker. Once again, very well, said the captain. Let it be yourself. And resumed his talk with the passengers. So we have paragraphing here. And do we have speaker tags? Asked the captain. I said. Doesn't have to always come right after. It can be done in this way, and it's very creative the way Mark Twain does it. Very well said the captain. Here we have a speaker tag and identification there. Let's check out punctuation, okay? Of course, quotation marks at the beginning, that's easy to remember. It's the end punctuation that is the challenge. Our quotation marks follow the closing punctuation of the sentence. Didn't you hear him? Here we have a question mark, and the quotation marks go outside of the question mark. Asked the captain of me, period at the end of the sentence, right? This question mark only punctuates the quote, what the person said. And here our sentence now, after our speaker tag, must also have punctuation, in this case, period. Let's look at this one. Yes, sir. Here we have a period at the end of our quote. Down here, very well, said the captain. I wanted to include this one because, look, we have our speaker tag in the middle of what he says, in the middle of the dialogue. And what we need to do now is put a comma and quotation marks. Notice that comma is inside the quotation marks. Don't forget that. Then we resume our quotation marks here. Of course, a comma there after we have our speaker indication here. Let it be yourself, and then end punctuation. Here we have a semicolon. It could be a comma, could be a period, and then a new sentence here. Do you see how that works? It's good to review that sometimes just to make sure we're doing it correctly. So do a little bit of practice now to remind yourselves of just how to write dialogue.